Good evening.
Hello.
Welcome.
We're here.
What episode are we on?
This is episode 133. Could you ever imagine?
I mean, I could, but it's still a little bit shocking.
We've done it for this long.
Welcome back to another Ramblestream, another Monday night, and this one is a kind of a hot and muggy one. So if you hear a
Little
buzz
buzzing
in the background, that's the tiny AC unit that's air conditioning. The only conditioned, well, no, I take that back. Paint room is conditioned. The only other conditioned area in the shop.
And it's keeping us alive.
The Ramble Studio.
So please, if you do hear it, just ignore it. We're not going to turn it off because we will die.
We have a really fun. I'm really looking forward to tonight's episode.
Yeah.
I said this on the pre-ramble to the folks. Do not hold me to how little I know about Ducati.
No.
But we're going to dig in. And
We're going to try.
We're going to have a lot of fun. But before we get started, or now that we're started, read the banner below and proceed as follows. No, tell us a little bit about yourself. We get to talk to you all, but you get to type. So we'd like to hear where you're viewing from, what your name is, what you ramble with, and that can be a motorcycle or several, or maybe it could be a DeLorean. It could be a car. It could be a truck.
A boat.
Boat, plane.
You name it.
Spaceship.
Well.
Hey, it's totally fair. But most importantly, tell us what you're sipping on this evening.
Yes.
My name is Richard Worsham, co-founder and head of design at Janus Motorcycles. I'm broadcasting from the Ramble Studio here in downtown Goshen at our headquarters. I ramble with 1980 Cushman Truckster, I had the date wrong on the Vespa. It's an 84. I looked up the VIN. And they didn't make the PX 50 XL in 1980. 50cc Vespa. A 1999 Ducati 750 Super Sport. A 2009 KLR 650. And a 2017 Kawasaki KLR. Oh, and also a 1974 Suzuki RL 250.
When did you get that?
Last week. It's a scramble. It's a trials bike, which I'm deciding if I want to buy it.
Okay. My name is Jansen. I'm also coming to you live from the Ramble Studio here in Goshen, Indiana at Janus Motorcycles World Headquarters. What are you sipping on, Richard?
We got to give credit where credit's due.
Yes, we have to.
I am sipping on an incredibly nice bourbon whiskey, Angel's Envy Triple Oak, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. And this is actually bottled by, who makes Angel's Envy? Louisville Distilling Company.
I don't know.
Yeah, this, though, is courtesy of Kelly Christman.
The one and only.
He sent this in. So I have a thank you note coming to you, Kelly. I just haven't had a chance to get it in the mail. But it's from Jansen and I. Jansen will... Man, you've missed that on two bottles.
I know.
2 bottles.
No, not next week. It'll be the week after.
Week after? Yeah, we'll still have some left by then.
135 will be the drunk stream.
For Jansen.
One sip.
This
and
one
I'm
might
gone.
be for me.
My name is Jansen. Coming to you live, of course. I'm sipping on some high quality H2O straight out of the tap here at Janus, and it's delicious. I ramble in a Ford Lightning and soon to be rambling in Phoenix 450 named Fours. And I say soon to be like, I'm hopeful, but I think...
Are you going to get anything first?
We got a little bit. Richard bought a Ducati 900 Super Sport with his 750 Super Sport. And I am like extremely tempted.
So I got a little anecdote that might excite you. I haven't determined this is true or not, but I did throw a battery in the 750 and it started right up. Mm-hmm. Well, I threw a battery in the 900 and it just cranked, but didn't start up. But then last week, I rode the 750 down to TT for chopper night, worked on it, had a buddy, took it out as a test spin, came back, ran fine. Then I go to leave and it would just crank and crank and crank and it wouldn't go. And so I'm just like, man, it's got to be like this, like the fuel pump wouldn't kick on. So it's like the fuel pump relay. Oh my gosh.
Something weird.
I'll steal it off the 900. Well, I didn't get around to it. Well, the next day I go down there to like check on it, and Chase is like, you know, I don't know if you couldn't tell, but the kill switch was off. Because I always use the key. Anyway, I'm really wondering if that 900 kill switch is off.
Is it off? Because it cranks.
So we'll see.
We'll have to take a look at it.
I'm going to get it running.
But I'm really tempted to buy it off of Richard once everything's kind of up and running, because I want a little bit of a project.
You need something to work on.
I want a project. I'm kind of getting antsy.
It could be a while until that Phoenix 450 comes out.
Yeah. I told Richard I've been spending a lot more time around here lately, and the amount of time that I spend at Janus and my desire to have another motorcycle is in parallel, just exponentially increasing. So it's only a matter of time, really. We were having a great time hanging out with the pre-ramble. They actually get a little sneak peek to some Ramblers Roundup stuff. And by stuff, I mean a Ramblers Roundup thing.
Which is pretty cool.
Which is really cool. If you guys would like to be a part of that first 30 minutes before the show starts, you can do so by hitting the join button down.
It gives you another 20 minutes of chance to poke fun at Jansen.
Yeah, and watch all of the technical difficulties.
Like
just
not plugging in the...
Don't let them know that's for the pre-ramble only. Okay? Pre-ramble only.
Yeah.
Let's get a poem, Richard. While you're getting your poem, I'm gonna hit up the first comment here. Of course, it was Speed Racer. Hey Ramblers, I'm first again. Ha ha ha. Good to see you, Speed Racer. We've got Jason in here. Kelly, how you doing? Who else is up in here? We've got Motard, Michiana Road. Yes, sir. I read these. Thank you so much for reading those. It's very important. And he also says, to my eyes, that is an ugly bike. I'm assuming he's referring to the 916, which I disagree with wholeheartedly. There's also lots of talk about the video that Uncle Voodoo just released. So I will make sure to watch that tonight when I'm eating my dinner. Thank you so much, Uncle Voodoo, for making something for me to watch. We got Eric Green up in here. Eric with the Outlaw Vancouver, Washington, drinking water. Semtex up in here. Oh, you got a new name here that I don't recognize. Diorama 1212. Hello, Fort Wayne 2023 Scrambler. Okay, change it. How you doing? It's good to see you here in the chat. We've got, of course, our one and only Twitch viewer and moderator, Comfort Yank. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Air Force Recruiter. Hey, we've got a lot of people in here today. Hello, how you doing? We are not doing any giveaways today, as far as I'm aware, but we'll see. Comfort Yank says, I meant to send the perfect bike for Jansen to get immediately. If it's another squared fairing monstrosity of a motorcycle, I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm gonna see the thumbnail and I'm just gonna delete the chat. It's not worth it. You got one?
I do.
Let's go.
I kind of changed direction right at the end there.
I'm ready.
I was just talking about on the pre-ramble what I had for dinner tonight, which was collard greens and broccoli out of my own garden that I planted this spring.
Man.
So I thought this one would be better. This is Seed Leaves by Robert Frost, and I don't actually know the history of this one, but it says homage to RF.
Huh.
I guess that could be Robert Frost.
Could be.
I don't know. Maybe not. Here something stubborn comes, dislodging the earth crumbs and making crusty rubble. It comes up bending double and looks like a green staple. It could be a seedling maple or artichoke or bean. That remains to be seen. Forced to make a choice of ends, the stalk in time unbends, shakes off the seed case, heaves aloft, and spreads two leaves which still display no sure and special signature. Toothless and fat, they keep the oval forms of sleep. This plant would like to grow and yet be embryo, increase and yet escape, the doom of taking shape, be vaguely vast and climb to the tip end of time with all of space to fill, like boundless Yggdrasil that has the stars for fruit. But something at the root more urgent than that urge bids true leaves emerge, and now the plant resigned to being self-defined before it can commerce with the great universe, takes aim at all the sky and starts to ramify. I think that is to Robert Frost. I recognize that.
Oh,
sounds like a little bit of a Robert
Bobby Frost. That's good.
There you go.
I like that one.
You did? Okay. Well, let's keep the record going here.
There's something about planting, or like with the garden, especially Danny's planting a garden right now, and there's something about being able to like pluck the food.
It's amazing.
And then eat the. It's very fulfilling. It's arguably the most fulfilling thing ever, and I don't really garden, so. There you have it.
Weeding is also fulfilling.
No, weeding is not fulfilling. Weeding makes me want to die. Not to be dramatic or anything. Dave Bowen, how you doing?
Hey, Dave.
450, number 41 in Seattle, sipping on Old Chub Scotch Ale. Cheers.
I did notice that Dave caught on to the fact that the Halcyon chopper that I'm building is his old
He did.
chassis.
He did.
Yep. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty.
There's not much left of it, Dave, but
No.
it lives on. I thought it had to continue.
It had to live on. It had to continue its journey into the ether of riding a motorcycle.
Still to this day, the photograph of that bike up in the mountains is one of my favorite pictures of a Janus ever. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the handlebars. Sorry, Dave. But that picture, it looks like it's in the Misty Mountains. It's like it could be out of the Lord of the Rings.
Is it in the calendar? In a calendar?
It's an older picture, so I don't know if it's made a recent one at least, but it should come back.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful, beautiful photograph.
I love that picture. We've got a few ways that you guys can talk to us. You've got the chat here, but if you guys have any thoughts or ideas throughout the week, you can send us an email at rambling@janusmotorcycles.com, or you can give us a phone call.
574-501-3830.
574-501-3830. I keep on forgetting to grab that recent
ticker?
one.
We should put it in the ticker.
We should just put it in the ticker because we've got the email. But that's a great way to get a hold of us if you have any comments, concerns about the stream, or if you just want to talk. We are more than happy to respond, especially to email. So, but let's get on to a little bit of builds of the week action, shall we?
What do we got?
Well, let me see if I can get there. Okay, first up, we have...
On a rolling stand.
A rolling stand is the first picture. We have Asher's Halcyon 450. This is number 455. I've got a confession.
What?
So in the new way that we source these photo albums, the only way that I know if it's done is if I look.
Okay.
Now, I don't remember. So we can still play the game.
How much do y'all trust Jansen?
Gary watched it happen. Gary Smith, I saw you in the chat. He was sitting right next to me when I was pulling these over. And I said, Gary, I swear this is the first time we've done it like this. And he said, I don't believe it.
Dave says, I'll be heading up to that spot next week. The road gate is open. Nice. We'll
Nice.
get some good pictures for us, Dave.
Gary, here he is. I'm glad you confessed so I didn't have to call you out.
Nice.
I couldn't do it with a clear conscience. All right, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess black.
I'm gonna guess vintage red.
Vintage red.
Just came out of the ether.
Neither. There it is.
Oh, this is that bike.
This
bike is, I would say, the adjective, sharp.
It is my favorite blue.
It's just. Have we ever done that combo?
No.
This bike is extraordinary.
Yes.
I think that the color too, like some colors, I'll just be frank, some colors show wear more than others. Cream is a great example of a color that does not show.
Yeah.
Like 68 has been, it literally has entire chunks of pinstripe missing. It's before we figured out our pinstriping process. It still looks a million. You polish the thing up. Black can show some scuffs.
Yeah.
And some of the, but I was kind of thinking about this one. I was like, I wonder if this one's going to hold its
look
really well.
Really, really good.
It's so good.
And to top it all off, they've got some fork tie downs, man.
What's the name of it? Asher? Asher, man. Hey, way to go.
Yeah.
I blew my socks off.
Look at that. Golly. And what is this?
And he got fork tie downs.
What is this blue? What is it called? It's a one-off, right?
Don't
Because
know.
this is an American blue. American blue is...
Is it American? No, it's not American blue.
It's lighter.
You can see an American blue right behind it.
Right.
This is sharp.
I think this is a custom color.
I think we've done this color before.
Have we?
I want to say we have, but maybe not.
Referee's in here. What's up, referee?
He got DuckTales with it.
Gosh.
This bike just was under the detail light.
Was it?
This week.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's definitely darker than American Blue.
So you can see it's cool. Like these pictures are cool, but like wait till you see the end.
Yeah.
With the leather. Brushed exhaust, double pinstripe.
Bam.
And this picture doesn't even do it justice.
No,
it's actually like a deeper color, and the red is darker. And
I would have never chosen red.
Yeah.
Ever. But this.
Yeah, I probably would have gone with like brown.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I mean, that would have looked good too.
It would have looked great, but there's something about this. It looks amazing.
And by the way, this bike is pretty loaded,
yeah.
folks. Look at this thing. We have a Halcyon 450 in whatever blue this is, sharp blue, I want to call it.
It's your blue.
Are those two? Is that silver pinstripe? I can't actually.
Yeah, it's two. One might be white,
or is it white?
No, they're both silver.
Silver pinstripe, silver feather logo, double pinstripe, bar end weights, brushed exhaust, tool roll bag, the unsprung cargo rack on the rear, ducktail fenders, number plate, headlight visor. I mean, look at this thing.
It's got it all.
And he's got the fuel canister on the side, which
pulls that.
Would be cool if you could like repowder cut it like a
darker,
vintage red.
Darker red?
No, vintage red.
Vintage red
would look
crazy. We should offer that. Different colored.
We thought about it, but it adds a serious level of complexity.
That makes sense. All right, we
should offer that.
Beautiful looking motorcycle, Asher. Congratulations. Up next, we've got David's Halcyon 250. This is number 1,289.
British Racing Green.
BRG. I'm gonna guess cream. Highway bars. Jinx. Come on, baby. Boom!
Actually, I think is that Indy?
You can tell me either. Like I
think it's Indy, which actually is better.
It's okay. I know you've told me like
Indy.
6 times.
Liminal.
Indy is a little more blue.
Indy is a little more British Racing Green than
British
BRG.
Racing Green is.
BRG is a little more blue. It's like a more sprucey pine green.
Okay. It's a Christmas motorcycle.
Looks very good.
Through and through.
Classic logo, too.
It is a classic. Classic logo, classic motorcycle.
Matching red leather.
Man.
Nice. So we have a Halcyon 250 in Indy Racing Green, headlight visor, bar end weights, which I didn't mention was on the last bike as well. Number plate, custom number plate, headlight visor. What do we got? Tool roll, saddlebags, deluxe seat. Actually, that's a sergeant seat.
That looks great.
And the original Janus logo.
And a fuel tank.
And a fuel bottle.
Fuel bottle.
All bikes come with a fuel tank.
Yes, thank you.
Brushed exhaust.
And then our last motorcycle here. This is Jay's Halcyon 450. This is number 453. Let's take a look here.
Do you know what color this one is?
I don't.
Intentional loss of memory.
Intentional. Yeah, just I zoned it out of my mind. Okay. You guess first.
I guess last one first.
I want to say vintage red.
I'm going to say American blue.
The thing that really sucks about this is if I'm right, it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Fork tie downs.
There we go.
Maybe we should just start guessing and see if they have fork tie downs or not.
You have a high chance of winning on that one.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
Saddle brown leather.
A little hint. Exhaust. Oh, there's some vintage red.
There's some blue.
There's some blue. Ooh, it's cream.
Cream. Nice.
It's gold pinstripe. Has our table gotten wobblier?
It's missing one of its little legs, one of its little rubber pads. You can glue one on.
It'd be an easy fix. Look at that. That's sharp.
DuckTales, double gold.
Is that white?
That's cream.
That's cream. That's cream.
Double gold pinstripe. Very nice.
Classic.
453.
Headlight visor. I love the feather logo. Man.
Oh, that's a good shot. Look
Nice.
at that.
Some wheel pinstripe.
Look at those little rotor bolts all marked up.
Man. When was the last time we told that story? Maybe we don't want to. I don't know. That's for pre-ramble only. No saddlebags on this one.
Yet.
Yet.
It hasn't gotten to...
Okay. Well, maybe I picked this one a little too early.
that means that the build of the week are getting a little more current.
They are much, much more current. It looks great. I love the cream.
Chopper Rocks got hit number 450 last week.
Oh, this is 453.
Yep.
They're coming off quick. Awesome. Man, I still love builds of the week. It's one of my favorites. Up next, we're going to be talking about things of this world. We'll be right back right after this.
All cars eat at the gasateria. Old people eat in a cafeteria. My mom suffers from mild hysteria. Sent her off to northern Siberia. Met a man who came from kingdom come, killed his kids with a sawed-off shotgun, lied to his lawyers and the jury let him run, spends his time like a raisin in the sun.
Doesn't have a hump in the back. I'd be really going overboard.
Oh, yeah. We're back. What is going on here?
Ooh, I'm a close-up of
Hi, Richard.
Richard Worsham.
How you doing? That's better.
There we go.
Oh, is it because... I think I forgot about a change I made, but I don't want to test it. What is a thing, Richard?
Ooh, a thing. Well, tonight's thing will help us kind of think about things a little differently. Normally, I like to talk about things that I've had a chance to spend a decent amount of time with.
Mm-hmm.
And typically, let me put my earphones back on. Typically, a thing is something that you've had for a very long time and that you've developed a story with over time.
Right.
I'm not going to give it away. I've only used this thing once, but it has a story and it's really cool.
Yeah.
So let me grab it for you all and I'll show you.
You guys aren't ready. You are probably ready. Holy cow.
Holy yellow. Boom.
Boom. Look at that thing.
So this is not just, it's a yellow Ducati jacket.
That's all it is.
That's what it is. Anyway, this was what sealed the deal on the purchase of 2 Ducatis.
this is what
we were literally arguing over $100 and
Bill.
it's a pretty cheap. Bill was, he's like, if you throw in that jacket, I bet he'll do it. And it wasn't, and I wouldn't have done it except it fit perfectly. It and that's really weird because I have really long arms.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is a Corsa Ducati jacket, but it's fully armored and it's all leather. These beautiful sewn on patches, and it has the kind of worn Ducati patches sewn onto the collar.
So cool.
I think this jacket it dates to those 2 bikes.
Does it?
I'm pretty sure this has made the journey with those motorcycles.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, It's yellow.
Uh-huh.
They're 2 yellow bikes.
Right.
Whoever had those bikes bought them.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyway, the funny thing about that bike, that jacket, is the first time I rode it. I went on a ride around Lake Wawasee around dusk. And when I got back, it was completely covered in bugs. So I just spent the last half an hour before the Ramblestream cleaning the bugs off the jacket.
Wiping them down.
Anyway, as far as a thing, I think it passes the bar. It's something that, honestly, actually, the scary story about that jacket is, I've ridden the Ducati a number of times now. I've had it for 2 weeks. And unfortunately, I really shouldn't have ridden it on the tires, because when I changed them, I realized that they were
bad,
really bad. Kind of makes me feel I'm not going to do that again. I have new tires on it now, but I hadn't been riding. I was just like, I can't wear the jacket with the bike. And then one night I was like, I want to wear the jacket, and I wore it, and I had 4 people try and race me.
What?
Yes.
Because of your yellow jacket?
I think it's because of the jacket and the bike.
They said, he's a hot boy.
Exactly.
He's got the matching jacket. That guy wants to race.
And my first response is like, and I'm like,
oh, wait.
This has old tires on it. I don't know if the timing belts have been changed in 10 years. We're just going to let them go. They can just go. Now that I have new tires, we'll see.
Now we'll see what happens. How many miles do you think that jacket has on it?
Well, the 750 has about 16,000 miles on it.
So give about 16,000 miles,
and
give or take?
900 has about 20 something on it. So I don't know. Might have a lot.
It might have a lot. It might not have a lot.
It's pretty well worn in. Whoever had it, the collar is very well worn in.
That's how you know it's a good jacket. It's probably a lot more comfortable.
But yeah, we talk about motorcycle gear and the Rambo's Companion and how what is affordable and what you wear is the best thing. And this happened to be extremely affordable. So, and I plan on wearing it when I ride my Ducati.
I mean, some might say that it possibly costs a couple $1,000 in theory.
No, not even in theory, not even in real money. Those were cheap
not
motorcycles.
Even in dollars, really.
Nope.
Yeah,
anyway.
I like that jacket a lot. I think it's
cool.
Killer. What do we got going on around here? We've got one announcement, and it's the same one.
Ramblers Roundup.
But
the next big event we have, if I'm not mistaken, is a very large Discovery Day happening.
Oh
soon.
Yeah. Do you know when?
Look up your notes.
I don't know if my notes are updated.
No. Oh, that's right.
I got kicked out. They blocked me. Let me take a look.
No, we have about 20 riders coming in, owners and prospective Janus owners.
Cool.
Coming in for a Discovery Day on what is the date?
It is June 20th.
June 20th. Very soon.
Yeah. If you guys want to be a part of that, I will go ahead and post that in the chat here.
And then can you also look up the date of the Wyman ride?
The Wyman ride, yes.
Across
24th.
America, it's on the 24th. So the following...
That
that's the Wednesday. That's a talk. And then there's the actual ride.
Oh, the actual ride.
Is George Wyman Ride Celebration.
27th.
Wyman Celebration Ride is the 27th. So the following weekend. And that's going to be a lot of fun. If you are a Janus owner and you enjoy small town America, like George Wyman did, we're going to be a local school teacher from Kendallville is hosting a whole celebration of George Wyman.
A slew
and we're going to be riding. We're going to be tracing his route from Goshen to Kendallville.
Oh, cool.
Which happened over 100 years ago, 1903, on his 225cc California motorcycle. First person to ride across the country on a motorized vehicle.
So
cool. There'll be Tim Masterson, who got me into long distance riding and who hosts the Wyman Memorial Foundation, will be there giving a talk.
Nice.
So we're going to have a ride. It's going to be fun. There's going to be hot dogs. There's a hot dog eating competition.
Oh, no way.
It's it's going to be awesome.
It's like a state fair.
So come on out. There's also a bunch of other motorcyclists going to be participating.
That's going to be awesome. That'll be fun to be a part of. We hope that you guys, if you can make it, would be a part of it as well.
Hey Burton says, I am a Janus owner because of following George Wyman.
That's cool.
Awesome.
That's cool. I'd love to hear that story. Missionary Road says, I got the George Wyman road experience on the roads of Calhoun County today. Not hardtail roads.
Wasn't everything small town America back then? Well, I mean, he did ride into New York and rode out of San Francisco. Those are big towns. But he went through a lot of small towns.
Yeah, a majority small towns. Yep. Then, of course, the last announcement is the Ramblers Roundup. That's happening September 17th through the 20th.
And we just got the poster artwork in, and it looks really good.
Yeah, which we gave Preamble a little sneak peek. It's hand painted, correct? Mm-hmm. The original one.
I don't know if he did paint or if it's like oil pastels or gouache. Or, I don't know, but it's beautiful.
It's
we will be revealing that soon.
Yes,
to everyone.
You guys can sign up for all of that at janusmotorcycles.com. You can find all that information under the events tab. We would love to see you there. I think it's about time to talk about Ducati, Richard. Where do we even
we'll start? I'm going to reiterate our caveat at the beginning is that neither Jansen or I are any shape or form experts in Ducati.
Not
the history of Ducati.
Close.
The extent of my understanding of Ducati is the overall appreciation for motorcycles over the last 100-something years. I have always appreciated the 1990s Ducati look, and I will go so far as to say that it may be part of my appreciation for motorcycles and have gotten me interested in motorcycles. Period.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people growing up in the 90s, if they are into motorcycles
or machines of any kind,
you have
cool
to
things.
Appreciate what Ducati
and
is.
It might be an age thing too. I know that there are many people that are much older than me that appreciate the 916 and the 748 and other Ducatis from that era. But yeah, it is kind of one of those things like you think about it like a teenager in the 1990s, and you can picture the poster on the wall.
Yeah, just dreaming about owning one.
Or just literally just thinking it's just incredibly beautiful.
Because it is.
Yeah. And yes, I think that it might seem ironic that someone who has such an appreciation for 1920s motorcycles like myself, and who goes so far as to say that covering up the beauty of the motorcycle in a bunch of plastic hurts it. Yeah. Would like a 1990s sport bike,
fully fared sport
bike, like a Ducati,
right?
But you just, I don't know. I mean, they're just beautiful.
I think what I'm drawn to the most, and why I think I like Janus motorcycles so much, is because of the simplicity of it, and a lot of the things on the 916 in particular are there because that was the best thing.
Like, are you talking about like a kind of a pairing of form and function?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I mean, they talk about, I was watching a video today and it was like, the only reason why it had a single side swing arm is because it's easier to take the wheel off that way when they're racing. Like, that's it. And it's turned into this iconic, beautiful thing. And the origin of it was just because it was easier to do it that way. And I appreciate...
Well, not easier to make.
But easier to
work on.
Work on and
race.
And quickly change that rear tire.
Yeah.
And I just appreciate that. I think finding the beauty in the function is like the epitome of design.
And if you look back at those, one of the explanations the justifications I've given in years past for the way we do things at Janus is, it was always, I think, a question. Is it because there's a pairing of form and function, and that these motorcycles perfectly, they had to make the inner workings of the bike beautiful because they had to be there.
Right. There was nothing to cover them up.
I'm not 100% sure that I was right when I would say that, but I do think that there's when it comes to machines, like a watch, when you expose the workings of the watch, it's really beautiful. And also sometimes when you cover it all up and it looks just like a beautiful little jewel box, and then it works perfectly. There's something really beautiful about that. Right. So yeah.
So that's why I'm drawn to the 916 so much, is because of the combination of form and beauty.
Yeah. So we haven't really talked about how we want to tackle this, but I think given how we normally do things, I always kind of go back and look at the history.
I'm a little more informed this time around on what.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about your understanding of the history of the 916?
I'm not so much sure about the history of it as much as I am why they kind of did it.
Okay, well, let's start there, and then we can talk about history.
Well, if you look at the Ducati 888, the 888, if you will, that's what I like to call it. I'm a Ducati professional. They were looking for something that was a little more aerodynamic, and they wanted to win races. Ducati wasn't doing very good at the time, so they took them 6 years to. What was the designer's name again?
Massimo Tamorini.
Tamorini.
Or is it Tamorini? Yeah.
And they also changed the engine, if I'm not mistaken, is a new power plane altogether for them.
It was a continued development of the Desmo V twin 90-degree engine.
Yeah.
But they did they updated it significantly.
Yeah. So they wanted something a little more aerodynamic, a little lighter, and you can tell like the biggest indicator I think of that attempt is if you look at the front fairing, the front of the motorcycle is so narrow and thin compared to a lot of 90s sport bikes. I feel like in the 90s, a lot of the motorcycles were kind of bulbous and round, and they kind of went the opposite direction. Again, coming back to like the form, the design choice being influenced by the function, it's like, gosh, please keep doing more like that. Talked about the single side swing arm already a little bit. The 3-spoke wheels, like all this stuff is very unique to the 916.
Mm-hmm.
And there aren't any 90s motorcycles that look like that. And then if you look at probably every single sport bike after the 916, except for maybe like the 99, what was it? What was the ugliest Ducati?
The Passo?
Is that what it is?
Well,
the guy who designed the mono body,
the Super Mono,
the Super Mono, and then he designed another motorcycle after the 916. I forget what the scheme is, but it's like known as one of the ugliest Ducatis.
Well, I think that the Passo is one of the ones that people. It's like the one that's completely faired and it's kind of like bulbous.
Yeah. But I think that every single motorcycle has been influenced. Maybe not every single. That's kind of an exaggeration, but a lot of motorcycles have been influenced after the 916 has been designed. Right? If you look at
absolutely. I found that quote I was looking for.
Oh yeah.
And this is from Mick Walker's Motorcycle Evolution, Design, and Passion, which is a fantastic book.
Fallsburg says the 999 with the vertical headlights. Yes, I think that's the one you're thinking.
Okay. The Passo is pretty hideous too. The 916. The really big news for 1994, however, was the arrival of the groundbreaking 916. The machine's engine size matched its code number and had been achieved by increasing the stroke of the 888 from 64 to 66 millimeters. The remainder of the 916, though, set it apart from earlier Ducatis. This was the work of Massimo Tamburini, who has been described as one of the greatest motorcycle designers of the late 20th century, and with good cause. To many enthusiasts around the world, the 916 was not simply the latest superbike, but the best there had ever been. It set new standards of performance, handling, and braking, but also had style and charisma. The choice of a Ferrari red paint scheme added to the overall effect, as did the twin headlamp fairing, high-level silencers, single-sided rear swing arm, and magical deep-throated booming exhaust note. It really did just completely re-establish Ducati and what a superbike could be.
Because they were
pretty amazing.
Ducati wasn't doing well at this point, right?
They had been doing well previously. Now Ducati, you got to remember, like many companies, started off really small. Mm-hmm. They started off with the Cucciolo, the puppy, which was an engine that you could strap onto your bicycle.
Oh, fun.
And then before that, what did they make? They made like resistors. It was an electrical company, which is ironic.
That is fun. We won't go there.
The Cucciolo. and then they progressed, and they made a lot of small displacement bikes. And some of them were successful, 250s, but it wasn't until the 750 GT and the like Paul Smart 750 that they started really winning races. And then in the, I forget the date, but they came out with a motorcycle called the Panta.
Okay.
And the Panta was if I'm not mistaken, the first bike where they shifted from, this is where I'm not an expert in Ducati, from bevel drive to belt drive.
Okay.
And but of course, during this time, they were using this desmodromic valve train, which is extremely complicated, but basically the idea is...
Arlsberg says, fun fact, the desmodromic is an Italian word that roughly translates to float $100, not valves.
Actually, it means... what does it mean? Like something, basically, the idea is that comes from Latin, but basically the idea is instead of using valve springs to return the valve to the seat, it's mechanically actuated.
Gotcha.
So instead of just lifting like a normal engine, it lifts and it closes. So you get around the idea of valve float at higher RPM.
Right.
Now, in today's world, engines and valve train technology has progressed where it's not quite as much of an advantage, and Ducati is actually no longer on some bikes using that. Yeah. But through this whole period, it really was an advantage that they could use the desmodromic system. I'm confronting the cost of worrying about having to do that or do it myself. But anyway, so the Panta was a really remarkable bike, and then they came out with what would be the next one would be the 851.
Okay.
Which was very successful.
Is this in the album? Or?
Yeah, let's go pick up. Let's look at some pictures.
What is this? This first picture.
Lots of bikes in between these, but I'm kind of just glossing over it. So that's the Panta.
Okay. Let me get to the right page here.
So the Panta is the first bike that uses the trellis frame. Wow. And no, that's not the Panta. That's the 750 F1. Also trellis frame. Look at that thing.
That's sharp. I think it's very cool.
And then this is a bike that I thought I'd throw in because it's been argued that the 916 aesthetic actually borrowed heavily from the NR 750 Honda, which was a very, very, very complex motorcycle.
From this angle,
it's hard to see.
Sure, maybe just like a little bit.
Maybe a little bit, but look at some other angles. I think I got some other pictures in there. Look at the headlights. Twin cat eye headlights, rectangular, and then of course the exhaust under the seat,
under the tail. Gosh, it looks sharp. It just looks.
There's your 851, which is a pretty classic Ducati.
Yeah.
Although it just doesn't have the. Nothing against like these beautiful Japanese bikes coming out. This similar styling to like a Suzuki sport bike from the period.
Yeah, those daggone square headlights. Now, if you put two tiny ones up front, that's money. One big one,
Honda life.
Ooh, what is
you got
this?
The 748, Richard? Which, in my opinion, I think beats this 916.
Is the motorcycle. What do you think? Why do you think that is?
I mean, it's just so delicate. There's something so. I mean, they had to have been just looking at the aesthetics a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
The aggressive riding stance, the fact that the whole bike is angled forward. I mean,
it's pretty mean looking. It's very cool.
It's gorgeous.
There's a few 748s around here that are for sale.
Yeah.
For like $5,000, which feels reasonable, but also kind of steep
achievable
at the same time.
See the exhaust.
Yeah.
What is this one? Is this an 888? I believe it is. I just found this picture interesting, just the level of complexity underneath these things. They're very complex.
Yeah. Just put a punch.
Also, it's yellow.
Put some fairings on it. It'll be fine.
Yeah. There's another 748 in red.
I'm definitely.
And then this is a really cool one for me. the Super Mono. This is a single cylinder Ducati.
Now, what does this have to do with the 916?
The styling.
Okay.
I mean, this was what? I can't remember the date, but look at the tank, how square it is.
Yeah, it's super sharp.
A lot of really pretty styling that I think you can trace the lineage.
I read somewhere that
916. And I don't think the new Ducatis look as good.
No. I read somewhere that the guy who designed this was kind of ticked off at all the attention and popularity that the 916 got because of the similarities. He thought that the other guy was like just stealing all of his design ideas off of him. No, this is super sharp.
Sorry, I'm so many pictures of the 748.
You can tell which one Richard wants. Yeah, the three spokes is crazy cool.
Mm-hmm.
And yellow, gosh. No 900 SS.
No, I didn't include one. And then this is one that I thought I'd throw in because it's this is I think the first motorcycle I can find in my sketchbooks.
That's great.
This dates to I think 2003.
I wonder what that looks like.
With its NACA duct on the side. Underslung exhaust. Although I did put a single headlight.
Yeah.
But basically the whole shebang. That front rotor is way too small. And it doesn't have 3-spoke wheels. But and then these are actually some more recent sketches of the 50. This is the 50cc. And thinking about the Paragon and the Halcyon.
Yeah.
In light of, I mean, there's some. Can you see the tank?
I can see the tank. That's really cool.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
And there's one more, I think, of the. So folks, there's inspiration to be found everywhere, but the Ducatis, you had Fabio Taglioni, who was the designer behind the desmodromic valve train, and he carried them through for 40 years of design. And then Massimo Tamburini with all the beginning of these like super sport bikes, and then the guy with the Massimo Bordi, I think with the 916 really came in, and then after that you had Pierre Terblanche who came in with the 750 Super Sport and 900 Super Sport with his kind of funky, comfy fairing, but each of these bikes represents like milestone marks in the world of fast motorcycles. Yeah. And I think one thing that's worth talking about maybe a little bit about is the experience of, which I'm very new to, of a bike like this. If you're used to crotch rockets, as they call them, or rice burners, or whatever kind of expression you want.
Rice burner.
These Japanese sport bikes, which are fantastic machines. I was watching. There's a really good. We should maybe if I remember, I'll post a link to the video. But it's a history of Ducati put out by Ducati. Yeah. And it has interviews with all the great designers, including the current CEO of Ducati, which I found it remarkable that he was part of the design of some of these 90s bikes.
I feel like has to be the trajectory, right?
Isn't that cool?
If you want to be the CEO of Ducati, I feel like your roots have to start in the
Claudio
design.
Domenicali.
Gosh, it's so cool. It's a perfect thing.
And he's an avid rider.
Yeah.
But where was I going with that? In the video they talk. What the director of the museum, the Ducati museum, is talking about how all the Japanese bikes go wee 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 wee, and Ducatis roar, and how that's a different experience for the rider. And I can absolutely attest to that now.
It is the most bizarre thing to hear you ripping down the street after like being used to hearing just like mostly Janus motorcycles.
Janus bikes.
There's something extremely distinct about your bike.
Also, it develops power in a completely different place than typical Japanese bikes, which are high revving motorcycles, and power is coming in at 5, 6, 7, 8,000 RPM, whereas the Ducati redlines at 9. Yeah, or at least the 750 Super Sport does. But they're renowned for this low end torque that you get from a V twin engine. It's a very different experience. Anyway, where I'm going with it is that it's such a lightweight bike. And guess what? You know, I've often thought, you know, Janus motorcycles, you know, they're for having fun on. They're not for like, if your main goal is practicality, then this is not the machine for you.
Right.
Well, that is infinitely more true of one of the best known motorcycle brands in the world, Ducati, which is these bikes are just like, they're not practical.
There's somehow a motorcycle
I would not say, if you wanted a one bike, don't get it.
It's not that.
Don't do that. Get something that's like, get like Bonneville or a Janus or something that's like comfortable and that you can.
Are you saying that Ducati out Janus?
No, but I mean, they have rear suspension, but
That's
I am
fair,
saying
fair.
that it's been enlightening to kind of understand that they are a motorcycle
right.
in the sense that a Janus is as well, and that they're for fun and for passion.
Yeah.
They're not for, hey, I want to get a really affordable way to get good fuel mileage from here to, you know, my workplace or like
I want this
practical
to be the most
commuting
comfortable ride.
No, it's a statement and it's a thing that's fun.
Yeah.
And your fun number one, there's definitely some fun number one involved. But there's also, you have to deal with a lot of uncomfort and lack of practicality.
Yeah.
And there's something really beautiful. It was just interesting for me to, as someone who is firmly in the camp of rambling, to understand that this is something that's different and that you can actually ramble on one.
Yeah.
Especially if you have like the 750 it's only like 62 horsepower. Yeah, you can, it's a fast bike, but you can enjoy more of the gears within the legal speed limit.
Some of it.
Unlike a Janus, just to contrast them, is a bike that you can go through every single gear.
Right.
And you're perfectly safe and, you know, well, safe from the law at least.
Right.
Whereas a sport bike, a racing kind of fast motorcycle wants to go fast.
Right.
And people want to race you.
Yeah.
Which I never have ever experienced on a Janus.
A yellow
people are like,
jacket.
oh, it's really cool on a Janus. And then they're like, there's like people in trucks are like revving their engines. Like,
oh,
what's going on?
Hey man, listen, it's not me. It's not me. Yeah, I still want to ride your 750
when I get good tires on it, I'll let people ride it.
But yeah, I can, from hearing you talk about it, it feels like, this is an extension of what rambling is, right? It's like
absolutely,
it's just a different version of it, right?
And if you listen to that video, that you learn about the history of Ducati, you have a company with passionate riders.
Right.
The people that work there love motorcycles. They love motorcycling. Yes, they're probably, we can all have our stereotype of the Ducati rider, just like we have our stereotype of the BMW rider.
And a Janus rider.
And lo and behold, here I am wearing
a bright yellow jacket.
You know, like that's the stereotype, right? It's like the helmet, the gloves, the jacket, the pants, the leathers. You know,
you gotta go get yourself a little cappuccino.
Well, I already do that anyway. I love Italy, but and the other fun aspect about it is, as a person of simple means, when you're riding something like that, you really are. I do feel like, I mean, the instrument cluster is housed in a block of foam. I'm not even kidding. It's not because it was fixed. It's original. It's a piece of foam that holds all the instruments together.
Do you know the reason behind that?
I think it's probably like isolation or something like that. But like, they also sell like carbon fiber, like aftermarket ones.
Right.
But
that was the best way to.
It reminds me of like a Ferrari F40.
Yeah. In
the fact that like the interior is like stripped down, but also beautiful, and like there's this like combination of form and function that the Italians seem to be really good at doing. And so when you're riding it and you hear the roar and you see the instruments all like doing their thing, and you're like, it's kind of like driving a Ferrari. Yeah. Not that I've ever done that, but you know, it feels like that. So it's really, there's isn't it amazing that we get to ride? And I think motorcycles are more this way than cars in some sense. These different kinds of bikes.
You get to have so many different experiences.
And each country, each region has its own way of approaching things.
Right.
So you have the Italians with like MV and Cagiva and Bimoda and Moto Guzzi, and they have this like flair. Mm-hmm. And the Moto Guzzi flair is very different than the Ducati flair. And the MV flair is its own thing. And then when they try to make American bikes, it gets really fun.
Right.
And then you have Harley Davidson and Indian and the American brands, Janus. And then you have the Japanese and like the English, like,
and they all
each have their own way of doing things, and it's totally different. And the more that they kind of become similar, I feel like the more that
they
lose
their oomph,
the fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's like they had forgotten who they were, you know?
And maybe if there's one criticism of the Japanese bikes is they're so good at assimilating all the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you end up getting this motorcycle. Like as I was reading today, it's like there is no such thing as a bad motorcycle in the last 20 years.
Yeah. I believe that.
Compared to 30 or 40 years ago or 50 years ago, there really were like
legitimately
duds out there that you just like did not want to, like, it was a terrible decision. Nowadays, yeah, we can all like gripe about the problem of this bike or the problem, but they're all pretty reliable. And the scary thing is that Janus is held to that same standard.
Right.
By every single one of our customers is like, okay, this thing has to be reliable.
Right.
Now we get more leeway probably than Harley Davidson or Honda.
Yeah.
But
I would imagine there's a parallel there between younger vehicle manufacturers and even younger motorcycle manufacturers of like, there's definitely, I wish I could remember the brand that I'm thinking of. There's recently there's a supercar brand that only sells like a handful of cars a year. And for some reason they got in my algorithm, and I'm watching these videos about these guys kind of walking through these cars, and they're like, yep, this is a problem. I paid like $500,000 for this car. This is a problem. This is a problem. This is a problem. This looks like it came from Chrysler. And they're like listing through all these things. I'm like, these people are paying this much money to be a part of the beginning of something. And I don't know if it's necessarily worth it, but there's a charm there.
There is a charm
of someone
like the Morgan charm.
Trying to figure it out and do it, right?
Mm-hmm. Or you have the charm, the kind of Morgan charm, which is like this tiny company up against the big, who's been doing it the same way for a really long time.
Right.
And there's the quirks of it.
Yeah.
And I think we get a lot of leeway from Janus owners because they're like, this is part of a story, and they're going to back me up. If we have a problem, they'll come to my rescue. Right.
But I also think
if we were compared to Honda necessarily.
Well, because they have to have it figured out, right?
Nobody gives Honda any excuses.
No, I don't give them any excuses.
I paid $5,000 for this thing. It better work every single day for 20 years.
You've paid $5,000 for it, and they've made 100,000 of them, right? Like after 100,000 of the same unit, you have to have it figured out. Like, please. I think it's cool. It's an entryway into being a part of a story, and I think that's what all you Janus owners are. And there's a loud Harley outside. Is that Gabe?
I think it's Gabe on his...
Gabe bought a $1,200 Harley.
And it's beautiful.
And it's gorgeous, and it's very loud.
Straight pipes. Arlsberg did mention the song of the sausage creature earlier in the chat. I
don't even know what that is.
The song of this... we'll end on that. Is a essay, I think it was for Cycle World.
Okay.
By Hunter S. Thompson.
Okay.
About his experience test riding a Ducati 900 Supersport.
Okay.
The bike that has your name on it.
Okay.
And it's just this hilarious. If you've seen like Fear and Loathing, right? Well, it's like imagine Hunter S. Thompson describing the beauty and terror of a Ducati.
I'm sure that's great.
It's awesome. So if you haven't read the Song of the Sausage Creature, you can find it online.
I'll find it.
It's worth a read. Everybody.
Something I thought was cool, and I think that a lot of the decisions of the Ducati is because of this. But Scott Ferguson says the foam is the race heritage.
Yeah, it is. You're absolutely right. It's like that's why I'm saying you feel like you're driving a F40.
Yeah,
because it's like stripped down.
Yeah. Well, a lot of these guys, the only reason that they sold motorcycles and cars
I can smell that Harley. through the door.
Yeah, that's wild.
You can smell unburnt fuel.
Perfect. Classic Harley. Well, you make motorcycles and sell motorcycles so you can race more motorcycles, right? So, of course, like...
What does YN would have an issue with that?
Yammy Noob?
Yammy Noob. YN. Is that what we're calling him these days?
I don't know if you can say that. I don't... Chris Smith said, picked up the Motocult 300 recently. Okay, I rode Mark's... Mark Zweig is the COO at Janus Motorcycles, and I rode his Phoenix 300 is what he's calling it, and that thing freaking rips like you would not believe. It is insanely fun.
And loud.
And cool. Well, that's all the time we have. That went by fast. Thank you for listening to us.
Kind of babbling about.
Babble about
really
Ducati.
don't know what we're talking about, but I'm sure that in the coming months I will know a lot more.
Yeah, we'll be more
stay tuned,
learned and up to date. So thank you all so much for watching. We will see you next week for episode 134.
Bye-bye.